Lying on your back, feet together, knees fall out to the sides. We're going to place one hand on our heart and one hand on our lower abdomen. And we're going to focus on our breath. We're going to breathe in and out for a count of 4. As we inhale, we're going to feel like we're starting the breath from our lower abdomen. So our lower abdomen rises for 1, 2, ribs rise, 3, chest rises. And then exhaling, chest falls, ribs fall, lower abdomen falls. So eyes closed, mouth softly closed. Inhaling through your nose. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhaling, belly rises. 1, 2, ribs rise. 3, chest rises. 4. Exhale, chest falls, ribs fall, lower abdomen falls. Inhaling, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhaling, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhaling. Here we try to make that whisper sound at the back of our throat, but on the inhale, and as we exhale, 4, whisper sounding breath. 3, 2, 1. One more time. Inhale, nose. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We'll pause here for a moment, eyes closed, mouth softly closed. And now try to check in on your body. Just give your body one quick, full scan from head to toe. Try to relax your shoulders down onto the mat. Relax your lower back and your hips. Try not to force your knees, just let them relax completely. And from here, we're going to extend our left leg long. So reach your left heel towards the end of your mat. And you're going to hug your right knee in towards your chest. So right knee towards your chest. Try to keep your shoulders relaxed on your mat. Gently pulling the right knee a little bit closer towards your right shoulder. And then we'll change sides. Right leg extended. Left knee in, into chest. Press through your right heel. Left knee towards chest to begin with, and then slowly, maybe you can start to pull it gently towards your left shoulder. Check in on your neck. Release the tension. Relax your shoulders. Relax your lower back. Release your left leg. We're going to extend our arms overhead, stretch through your fingertips, reach through your heels. Now here, try to draw your rib cage in and down. Try to draw your abdomen in. And try to bring your pelvis into a neutral position. And then for a moment, try to engage all the muscles of your legs, arms, abdomen, shoulders, stretch through your fingers, and then relaxing. Once again, we're going to bring our right knee in towards our chest. This time we're going to take hold of the back of our right knee, and we're going to start to press our right heel up towards the ceiling. Now we want to keep our toes flexed here, so our toes come towards our shins. And try not to let your right hip lift up off the mat. So both hips equally down. And then feel that nice stretch come up the back side of your hamstrings. Remembering our breath, keeping that nice steady breath all the way throughout our class. Holding no tension, inhaling 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhaling 4, 3, 2, 1. Now maybe a slight bend in the knee might be more comfortable. That's perfect. Go with that. One more time. Inhale, nose. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, we're going to bend the right knee. Take hold of your right knee with your right hand. Place your left hand on your left hip. And then slowly let that right knee open out to the right side. Breathe in here. Engage your glute muscles. Inhale. Imagine reaching the knee towards the side wall. Toes are flexed. Rib cage drawn in. Head and neck relaxed. You can hold it here. If you want a little bit more stretch, you could reach for the toe and start to extend your leg. Again, stay with the practice that works for you. Steady breath. Inhale, nose. Exhale, nose. Feel that stretch up along the inside of your right thigh. Keep pressing through the heel. Bend the knee if it's not bent already, and slowly come back to center. Okay, we're going to pause and we're going to change hands. So our left hand comes onto the outside of our right knee. And this time we're going to take the right knee across the body, across your body. So right knee, slowly starting to fall. Now here, as much as you can, try to keep your whole left side body on the mat. Try not to lift up. And then slowly, think about reaching your knee, your right knee, out and away towards the left side. Feel that twist. Feel the stretch in your glutes, your outer hip. Try to keep your right shoulder on the mat. You could hold it here, or if you want a little bit more stretch for the hamstring, start to straighten your right leg. Deep, steady breath. Now, if you're going for that straight leg, you could start to turn the little toe back. So you're hooking your feet, little toe back towards your right hip. Now check it in your head and neck. Relax the tension. Relax your shoulders. One more inhale. Exhale, bending the knees. Slowly come back to center. One more time, hug your right knee in towards your chest. And extend your right leg long. Let's change sides. Left knee in towards your chest. Taking hold of the knee. Now here, take hold of the back of your left knee. Right leg extended. Press through your heels, flex your toes. Then you can start to extend your left leg. Press through the heel, toes are flexed. Maybe that micro bend in the knee is enough. Aim for that. Better to have your both hips flat on the mat, with your lower back flat on the mat and your shoulders relaxed onto the mat, than working for the straight leg. Think about engaging the muscle on the front of your thigh. This will help you to go deeper into the stretch, into the hamstrings and the calf muscles. And let's keep that easy breath. Inhaling nose. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhaling. 4, 3, 2, 1. Everybody, bend the knee. Take hold of the left knee. Place your left hand on the inside of your left knee. You can place your right hand on your right hip. And now slowly start to take that left knee out to the left side. Try to tuck your tailbone. Think about reaching the knee out and away to the side. We're going to feel that stretch in a different area. Bring the stretch into our adductors, muscles on the inside of our thigh. Hold here. Steady breath. Most important thing today is going to be that easy breathing. If you want a little bit more challenge, taking it deeper into the hamstring muscle, you can reach forwards, grab hold of your toe, and start to extend your leg out to the left side. But again, better to stay reaching the knee. Without losing that alignment. So hips stay flat on the mat, shoulders on the mat. And here, press through the heel. Imagine you're outer rotating the thigh. Keep pressing through the heel, easy breath. And then slowly bending the knee once again. Bring your left knee back to center, and we'll change sides. Right hand comes to the inside of your left knee. Place your left hand on the floor, and then slowly start to take that knee across, left knee across towards the right side, as much as you can. Your left shoulder stays on the mat. Your right toes stay flexed. Draw your abdomen in. Feel that stretch come onto the outside of your right hip. Now, if you're rolling too high up off your right hip, you're not going to feel much of a stretch. So as much as you can, try to keep your hips towards the mat. Holding here, maybe taking that right knee a little bit more out to the side. Or if you want more challenge, you can take hold of your left foot with your right hand and then start to press through your left heel. Steady breath. Think about pulling your little toe back towards your left hip. We're here for 3, 2, and 1. Bending the knee. Slowly coming back to center. And this time we're going to bring both knees up. So we're coming to a tabletop position, a reverse tabletop, lying on our back. So here our toes are flexed. Keep your toes in line with your hips as much as you can. Engage your core muscles. And we're going to start by crunching up. So start to curl your chest up off the mat and reach your fingertips forwards. Now here we're going to try to spread our shoulders, relax your neck, and then use your strong core muscle to keep you up. We're going to hold here. 5, 4, 3, 2, and we'll drop the heels down for a second. We'll take a breath. We're going to repeat that and we're going to add on a little bit. Now the main thing I want you to think about is try to keep your lower back flat on the mat, keep your abdomen engaged. Okay, let's try it again. So heels up, feet are flexed. We're going to crunch up, reach your hands forwards. Okay, this time, we're going to take our right arm up, point your right fingertips up towards the ceiling, and now we're going to slowly start to drop our left heel down towards the mat, keep your lower body, lower abdomen engaged, and then start to reach your right arm back. Take it back as far as is comfortable, and then slowly back to center, left knee up, right arm up. We'll change sides. Right foot drops down, left arm drops back. Inhale back to center. Exhale, left heel down, right arm back. Strong core. Exhale back to center. Left arm, right heel. Inhale up. Exhale, left heel, right arm. Inhale up. One more time. Left arm, right heel. Keep that core nice and strong. Inhale up. And then from here, we're going to extend our legs, point your toes, or with bent knees, and then curl up a little bit harder, coming into that low boat pose. So low boat pose, palms facing up, strong core. We're going to hold here for 5, Big toes touching. 4, head and neck relaxed. 3, 2, and we're lowering down. Drop your hips down. Relax your lower back. Relax your upper back, shoulders. Let your feet flop out to the sides. Okay, from here we're going to work on tread the needle. Nice stretch for the lateral rotators of our hips. Bring your heels in towards your bum. Place your left ankle, the outside of your left ankle, and press it against your right knee. So you're hooking the ankle bone, against the outside of your right knee. From here, we're going to start to bring your right knee in towards your chest. And then if you can, reach forwards, grab hold of your pants, maybe the back of your right knee, or maybe you can grab hold of the shin and start to bring that right knee towards your right shoulder. Now here, we're flexing your foot. So left toes flex towards your shins. Lower abdomen engaged, and we're still thinking about our shoulders flat on the mat, spread apart. Our lower abdomen drawn in, our ribs drawn in. See, can you pull a little bit deeper? Inhale through your nose. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, nose. Exhale, nose. Okay, we're going to release out of that, right heel down. And we'll change sides. So left heel in towards your bum. Cross the outside of your right foot, your right ankle. Put the bone outside of your left knee. From here, we're going to start to pull our left knee in towards our chest. Try to keep both hips on the mat as you pull in. And then reach forwards, grab your pants, grab the back of your knee, or if you're able, with both hips still flat on the mat and both shoulders flat on the mat, reach forwards and grab hold of your shin. Flexing your right toes this time. Shoulders down, lower abdomen in, hips flat on the mat. And then start to pull your left knee towards your left shoulder. We're holding here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We'll release out of that. Drop your heels down on the mat. Bring your heels in towards your bum. And we're going to work on some bridge pose. So in our bridge pose this morning, I want you to think about, as you lift your hips up, imagine you're pulling your heels towards your bum. So you're pulling on your heels, and that's going to help you to lift up higher into your bridge pose. Okay, to begin, we're going to leave our hands flat on the mat, fingertips pointing forwards. Try to squeeze your shoulder blades together. And then inhale, slowly start to curl your hips up off the mat, vertebrae by vertebrae. Inhaling. Exhaling. So you're pressing your knees towards the top of the mat. You're pulling on your heels so you can feel your hamstring muscles turn on. And then you're lifting your pelvis up high. We'll hold here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slowly lowering down. Okay, we're going to try that again. This time I want you to imagine that you're holding something like a block between your knees as you come up. So your knees are going to want to go out to the side as much as you can. Try to keep your knees at maybe 1 fist distance apart. Round 2, here we go. So gripping the mat with your toes, inhale, slowly start to curl your hips. Engage your glute muscles. Pull your heels towards your shoulders. Press your knees away. Keep drawing your thigh muscles together. Retract your shoulders. Tuck the tailbone, lift your pelvis up high. Hold here. Inhale through your nose. Exhale, nose. For 3, for 2, and 1. Slowly lowering down. Hips back down onto the mat. And we're going to try one more round. So remember, we've got that 1 fist distance between our knees. Hips flat on the mat. Fingers spread. Press into your heel. Inhale, slowly. Tuck your tailbone. Pull on your heels. Press your knees towards the top of the mat. Try to take your hips a little bit higher. Strong legs. Feel your hamstrings turn on. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Try to make your hips the highest part of your body right now. We're here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We'll slowly lower down out of that. Hug our knees into our chest. Roll onto your right side. Press yourself back up to seated. Okay, from here this morning, I want you to find a comfortable seated position. So sitting cross-legged. If you have a pillow or you need something to prop up, you can use this. So you can use a block or a pillow. Just place it underneath your bum, and that'll just help you to get a little bit more height. Okay, from here this morning, we're going to work on seated. We're going to work on our shoulders. So for this part of the practice, I want you to think about your rib cage. So when we try to use our shoulders, we often find that we're coming into a back bend in our upper back, and our rib cage starts to flare out. So for these movements, I want you as much as you can think about keeping your rib cage drawn in, using strong core muscles, strong oblique muscles to keep your spine up. Okay, here we go. We're going to start off with raising your arms slowly overhead. Now, as you raise your arms up, think about reaching your tricep muscle forward. Now, you're going to want to extend and reach your shoulders or the arm bone out of your socket, but as much as you can, try to keep your shoulders down into that neutral position. Now, as you keep the shoulders down and reach up, you're going to feel your rib cage flare out. So again, try to draw the rib cage in, engage your core, keep turning your triceps forward. We're going to hold here. Steady breath. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. From here, drop your left hand down onto the mat, come onto high fingertips. And then we're going to start to side bend. So reach up through your right arm and then slowly start to side bend out towards the left side of your mat. Now be very gentle here, be very, very conscious with your movement. Rather than go to your maximum or where you think your maximum is, take it really, really slowly and try to feel, if you can feel the stretch come all the way from your right glute, from your hip, all the way up along your side body, all the way along your lats, your obliques, up towards your right shoulder, and then stretching out through your right fingertips. You might even feel, you can feel a stretch into your tricep. We're holding here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Back to center one more time. Shoulders down, rib cage in, core engaged. And let's drop that right hand down to the right side. Inhale, reach up through your fingertips. So the palm of your left hand is facing towards the right side. And then slowly start to side bend, really gently. Imagine you're taking the stretch right down from your left hip, all the way up along your obliques. Don't forget about the rib cage. In, all the way up towards your armpit. Reach out through your left fingertips. Core engaged, rib cage engaged. We're here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly back to center and release your arms down. Excellent, well done everybody. Here we're going to work on building the muscles on the back of our shoulders. So we're going to start with our fingertips in front, nice tall back, long back. We're going to reach our arms straight out in front this time. So arms out in front, fingertips in line with your shoulders. Now, think about here. Squeeze your shoulder blades together to draw your shoulders back and down. So you're squeezing your shoulder blades together. Ribs in. And now we're going to turn our palms to face each other. And then as you inhale, take your arms out into a T position. Squeeze your shoulders. Exhale back to center. Fingertips in line with your shoulders. Inhale, take your arms back. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Ribs in. Lower abdomen in. Exhale back to center. 2 more times. Inhale out to the side. Exhale back to center. Inhale out. Exhale back to center. Okay, from here, we're going to bring our elbows back. So our elbows are in line with our shoulders. Hands facing down this time. And now we're going to work on some rotations. Now, as you rotate, keep that rib cage in. Don't let your rib cage flare out. Here we go. We're going to inhale, start to open your palms forwards. Press your elbows forwards. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Exhale, start to let your hand drop down. Now all the movement is coming from your shoulders. Inhale, palms forwards, elbows forwards. Squeeze your shoulders, rib cage in. Exhale, lowering down. Inhale up, cactus arms. Exhale, lowering down. Inhale up. Exhale, lowering down. One more time. Inhale up. Exhale down. And now we're going to drop our arms down by our sides. So we're going to take the same position. Our arm is bent. Our hands are going to face each other. Fingertips in line with your elbows. Elbows in by your sides. Elbows in line with your shoulders. This time from this lower position, we're going to take our arms out to the sides again. So palms facing each other. Inhale. Slowly start to take your arms out. Squeeze your shoulders together. Exhale back to center. Inhale, take the fingertips out. Open the chest. Exhale back to center. Inhale, try to keep your elbows in. Rib cage in, lower abdomen in. Exhale back to center. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale one more time. Inhale, arms out. Exhale back to center and release. Okay, excellent. From here, we're going to work on opening into our shoulders and our tricep muscles. So we're going to start with step 1. This is optional. You can stay in your seated position, or you can bring your left heel towards your right hip, and then you can cross your right leg over your left leg so that you're stacking your knees. Now, this is optional. You can stay in your cross-leg position if you like. Next step from here, we're going to reach our left arm up into the air. Then we're going to reach our left arm down behind our back. Now, as you do so, rib cage stays in. We're reaching our left elbow up. With your right arm, turn the thumb down, reach it out to the side. Bring your right arm behind your back, and then start to reach your right arm up behind your back. So to give you the back view, we're reaching our fingertips towards each other. Now here, your ribs are going to want to flare out again, so keep that rib cage in, drawn in and down. Maybe you can interlace your fingers. Keep reaching your tricep up. And then think about reaching the elbows away from each other. We're going to breathe here. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release. Shake out the arms. Now, if you have the legs crossed over, right over left, we're going to change position. Again, this is optional. You can stay in your cross-leg position. So, left leg this time crosses over right knee. And we're trying to stack, getting a nice stretch into the outside of our hips.
Okay, we're going to start with the right arm. Reaches up. Right arm reaches down behind your back. Left arm onto the side, thumb pointing down. Reach your left arm behind and start to walk your fingertips up towards each other. Now maybe you can take a bind, but again, don't worry. This posture of taking the arms behind the back, this was a struggle for me. This is like a 5-year process before I could even hook one finger. So the key with this one really is just practice. So for today, what we're thinking about is right elbow reaching up, left elbow reaching down, head in a neutral position, rib cage drawn in. Steady breath. Inhaling nose. Exhaling nose. Slowly release your hands. Release your legs. One more time, we're going to cross. So cross your feet. We're going to inhale, reach our arms overhead again. Rib cage in. And now we're going to start to fold out over our knees. So keep your feet hooked when you're in that cross position. Keep your back long, rib cage in. And then slowly start to lower forwards. Maybe you can come down onto high fingertips. Retract your shoulders, reach your chest forwards. Maybe you can walk your hands a little bit deeper. But again, you don't want to hold your breath here. You want to be breathing. So keep that steady 4-4 breath. Take it to the place where you feel comfortable. And then hold it there. Getting a nice stretch into our hips. We're here for 3. For 2. And for 1. Inhale. Slowly up. And we're going to change the cross of our legs. So if your right leg was under, we're going to cross. So the opposite leg is under this time. Cross your feet. And then once again, we're going to inhale, reach our arms overhead. Rib cage drawn in, lower abdomen drawn in. Triceps forward. And then exhale, slowly start to fold forward. Long back. No banana bending in the back. Long back as we go forwards. Maybe come onto high fingertips. Chest forwards. And exhale, maybe start to sink a little bit deeper. Ribs in, lower abdomen in, steady breath. We're here for 3. For 2. And for 1, we're going to slowly walk our hands back in. And we're going to come forwards onto our knees. So, coming forwards, we're going to come onto all fours. We're going to take our knees wide apart, big toes touching. And then slowly start to sit back onto your heels, extending your arms out in front. Head rests on the mat. Stretch your fingers wide apart. Spread your shoulders. And then think about lengthening your spine. So reach through your tailbone. Reach through the crown of your head. Sink your lips back and down. Inhaling through your nose. Exhaling through your nose. From here, walk your hands across to the right side of your mat. So getting a stretch again up through your left side body. Spread your fingers wide apart. Forehead resting on the mat. Deep, steady breath. On your inhales, lengthen. On your exhales, try to release any tension in that side body. On your armpits, your rib cage, left hip.
Slowly bringing your hands back to center. Let's walk the hands across to the opposite side. Left arm reaches out. Right arm reaches towards your left side. Forehead on the mat. Relax your breathing. Inhale through your nose. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 4, 3, 2, 1. Walking your hands back to center. We're going to press back up onto our hands and knees. And then we're going to bring in our core again. So working strong core here. Fingers spread wide apart, gripping the mat like an angry cat with your fingertips. Knees under your hips. We're going to start by tucking our tailbone. Spread your shoulders. Right knee stays on the mat. You're going to extend your left leg back. Hook your left toes under. And then change sides. Left knee down. Extend your right leg back. Hook your toes underneath. At the same time, tailbone tucked, ribcage drawn in, shoulders spread. Let's try it again. Right knee down, left leg back. Left knee down, right heel back. Okay, from here we're going to keep the right toes tucked under. Hook your left toes under, coming up into a plank pose. Shift the weight forwards towards your wrists. Okay, we're going to hold here for 5. Belly button drawn in. 4, rib cage drawn in, shoulders spread. 3, 2, 1. Drop your left knee down. And then drop your right heel down and open up into this supported side plank. Reaching your right arm up towards the ceiling. So your left knee is directly under the left hip. Keep engaging the hand of your left hand. Feel that side body stretch, but also feel the strengthening coming in underneath into your obliques on your left side. Now you can hold here, or you could extend your left leg back and come into that full side plank. Lifting the hips. Belly button drawn in, rib cage drawn in for 5, wherever you are. Breathing, steady breath. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bringing the right hand back down. And we'll change sides. So to begin with, knees are under our hips. Let's tuck our left toes under this time. And then tuck your right toes under, come up into that plank pose. Lower abdomen engaged, ribs drawn in, shoulders spread. Okay, we're going to drop our right knee down. We're going to drop our left heel down. And then open up into that supported side plank. Keep your abdomen in, rib cage in. Reach your left arm up. Holding here, or extend your right leg back. And then draw everything in towards center. Draw your side ribs in. Engage your intercostal muscles. Lower abdomen, rib cage. Use strong upper back muscles. Holding here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slowly coming out of that. Hands down, knees down, and we're going to point our feet and then slowly come all the way down onto your mat. So hips down, ribs down, rest your head for a moment. Okay, we're going to work on an exercise to build up strength in our back. So a lot of the time, a lot of our postures, we're doing a lot of work where we're in plank position and pushing up. Today we're kind of working on balancing all of that. And this is going to be about strengthening the muscles around our shoulders, mid-back, and upper back. Okay, to begin, extend your arms out in front, come onto high fingertips. Now press your hips down into the mat, draw your ribs in, engage your core, point your feet. We're going to start by inhale, lift your fingertips up off the mat and stretch through your fingertips. This is position 1, hold here. Engage your upper back muscles. Position 2, we're going to bring our arms into a T shape. Hold here.
We're going to turn our arms so our thumbs are pointing down towards the mat. And then position 3, we're going to reach our arms all the way back behind with our little finger pointing up. Position 3. 4, we're going to bring our hands onto our lower back. So the back of your palms onto your lower back. Drop your elbows down onto the mat. Inhale, elbows up. We're going to go back into position 3. Extend through your fingertips. Position 2, that T shape. Thumbs pointing down. Back to the front, thumbs pointing up. And then relax your arms. Rest your left cheek on the mat, look towards your right side. We're going to rest here for a moment. We're going to do 2 more rounds of this. When you're ready, forehead on the mat. Shoulders back and down, arms straight, thumbs pointing up. Inhale, thumbs up, fingertips forwards. Position 2, arms into that T shape. Squeeze your back muscles. Thumbs point down, extend your arms back. Little finger pointing up. Maybe you can lift your arms a little bit higher here and hold. Position 4, bring your hands onto your lower back and then drop your elbows down onto the mat. Inhale, elbows back up. Back to position 3. Fingertips pointing up. Reach your arms forwards into that T shape. Thumbs pointing down. Reach your arms all the way forward. Turn your palms so your thumbs are pointing up. Reach to your fingertips. Release your arms down. Place your right cheek on the mat and look towards your left side. Coming back into our steady breath. Inhaling through your nose. Exhaling. Final round. Forehead rests on the mat. Inhale your arms up, thumbs pointing up, stretch through your fingers. Reach your arms out to the side, T position, squeeze your shoulder blades. Thumbs rotate down, reach your arms behind your back, little finger pointing up. Lift up as high as you can this time. Place your hands onto your lower back. Drop your elbows down. Inhale your elbows up. Reach your arms back behind, little finger pointing up. Now big wide circle this time. Bring your hand back to a T position. Turn your palms so your thumbs are pointing up. Bring your arms back in front. And release your arms down. From here, bring your elbows underneath your shoulders. Spread your fingers. Your wrists and forearms are parallel. Spread your fingers, gripping the mat. Retract your shoulders and then start to curl your chest forwards towards the top of the mat. Press down into your hips. Try to find a little bit more space around your shoulder blades. Deep, steady breath. We're holding here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, down. Hands under your shoulders. Press back up onto your knees. From here, we're going to step our right foot forwards and place your right hand next to your right foot, next to your right hand. Okay, to begin, we're going to keep our back toes curled under. And we're going to try and keep our left knee in line with our hip, right heel in line, right knee with our right hip. Okay. From here, we're going to bring both hands up and place them on top of our right thigh. Hold here. Inhale your left arm up into the air. Rib cage in. Sink down into your left hip. And now start to reach your left arm across towards your right shoulder. So left arm reaching across, get that side body stretch. Shoulders engaged. Exhaling back to center. Bring your left hand down onto the mat. And we're going to take a twist. So outer rotate your right shoulder. Reach your right arm up. Now you can hold here, or if you want a little bit more challenge, you can press back through your left heel. So straighten the back leg, press back through your back heel. Now think about stacking your left shoulder over your right shoulder and then curling that right side of your chest up towards the ceiling. Head and neck in line with your spine. We're here for 3, 2, and 1. Hands down. Drop your back knee down and then point your back toes. So the top of your back foot is on the mat. And then you can start to toe heel your right foot a little bit more forwards. A little bit more forwards. And then I want you to press up onto high fingertips. Walk your hands a little bit closer in towards your hips. And we're thinking about tucking our tailbone under. And we're trying to sink our hips forward. But at the same time as we sink our hips forwards, we're trying to lengthen through our upper body. Holding here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hands down. Let's come back, all fours. All fours position, and we're going to change sides. Bring your left foot, place it outside of your left hand. And then once you have your heel in line with your hip, right knee in line with the hip, we're going to inhale up. Place your hands on top of your left thigh this time. And now we're going to reach our right arm up into the air. Back toes are tucked under for this one. And then start to slowly reach your right arm across towards that left side. Rib cage drawn in. Hips sinking down, tailbone tucked. Holding here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Place your right hand down on the mat. And then we're going to start to slowly take a twist. So I will rotate your left shoulder. Reaching the crown of your head forwards, left shoulder stacked over right shoulder. Reach your left arm up towards the ceiling. Hold here. Or tuck your back toes under. Press through your back heel. Make that lunge twist. Holding here. Steady breath. For 3, 2, and 1. Bring your hands back down onto the mat. Drop your right knee down this time. Untuck your toes. Place the top of your right foot on the mat. And then take your left foot a little bit more forwards. So left foot forwards, toe heel. We're going to come up onto high fingertips. We're going to tuck our tailbone under. Try to keep your hips nice and even. Maybe bring your hands a little bit closer in. Chest forwards. Maybe you can take even a little back bend here. Upper back, lifting the chest. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Sinking down. We're here for 5. Chest up higher. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hands down. Go back onto all fours for a moment. And now we're going to work on pigeon pose. So from all fours, we're going to bring our right knee towards our right wrist. And then place your right, the outside of your, or the inside, sorry, of your right ankle underneath your left hip. Now our back leg starts to extend and the foot is pointed. And then we can hold here. So this is a good place to be. Start to sink your hips down towards the mat. If you want a little bit more challenge, you could bring your left foot a little bit more forwards towards your left wrist. Getting a deeper stretch into the outside of your right hip. So come onto high fingertips. Tuck the tailbone once again. Right toes are flexed. Sink your hips down towards the mat. So we're getting a nice stretch here onto the outside of our hips. We're getting a nice stretch in our glute muscles, where we don't want to feel the stretches in our knee. I want to think about safety here. So to protect your knee, you can flex your toes, or you could bring that ankle, that heel back underneath the hip. So on every exhale, try to sink your hips a little bit closer towards the mat. If your hips are already on the mat, on each exhale, think about squaring off your hips. Your hips are in one line. Steady breath. We're here for 3, 2, and 1. We're going to come out of that pose. So hands back. Tuck the left toes under. Come back onto all fours. And we're going to change sides. So to begin, we bring our left knee towards our left wrist. Option 1, walk the toes across. So the inside of your left ankle is stacked underneath your right hip. And then you can start to extend your right leg back. Come onto the tops of your feet, sink down into your hips. Again, if you want a little bit more challenge, you can bring that left foot forwards. Flex your left toes. And then try to keep yourself up nice and tall. So in this posture pigeon pose, we're working on a deep extension of our back hip. And we're working on flexion and lateral rotation in our left hip right now. So practicing this posture is going to really help you with being comfortable with sitting cross-legged on the mat. It's a really great pose for if you're having any lower back pain. A lot of it can be due to tight hips. If you're doing a lot of driving, anything that you're doing a lot of sitting throughout the day, really get great pose to open up into the hips. So here again, as much as you can, you're lengthening with your ribs drawn in, lower abdomen drawn in, shoulders retracted, hips are squared, and then slowly start to feel yourself go into a deeper extension in the back hip. You're sinking your left bum muscle down towards the mat. No pain. Keeping our breath steady. Each exhale, you can sink a little bit deeper. We're here for 3, for 2, and for 1. Okay, from here, hands down. We're going to come back onto all fours. We're going to cross our legs, sitting down. And then we're going to extend our legs out on the mat. And then slowly lower down. Lowering down vertebrae by vertebrae. Relax your arms down by your sides. Spread your fingers. Roll your shoulders in and down. Relax your lower abdomen. Close your eyes. We're going to spend this last few moments going inward, doing a full body scan. If anything feels different from the beginning of the class until now, keep your breath steady.
Let your whole body melt and sink down into the mat. Taking notice of your breath, but don't try to control your breath. Let it fall into its own natural breathing pattern. Relax your brow, relax your jaw muscle, relax your head and neck. Relax your shoulders, upper back, your chest, mid back, your rib cage, abdomen, lower back. Relax your arm muscles, biceps, back of your arms, your triceps, your elbows, your forearms. Relax your wrists and your fingers. Relax your hips, your bum muscles, your upper thighs, front and back. Relax your knees, lower leg, shins, calf muscles. Relax your ankles and feet. Feel all 10 toes and let them relax. And then when you're ready, slowly start to bring some movement back. Wriggling fingers and toes. Gently moving your head from side to side. Maybe up and down. And then bigger movements, bending your elbows and your knees. And when you're ready, hug both knees in towards your chest. Roll onto your right side and press yourself back to a seated position. Taking a comfortable seated position, cross-legged or on your knees. Keeping your eyes closed. We're going to close off our practice with 4 rounds of balanced breathing. Mouth softly closed, inhaling through your nose for 4 and exhaling through your nose for 4. Let's begin inhaling. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale nose. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale nose. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 4, 3, 2, 1. Final round. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 4, 3, 2, 1. Placing your right hand on your heart and your left hand on your lower abdomen. Repeating silently to yourself. May this yoga practice heal and strengthen my body and mind. May this yoga practice heal and strengthen my body and mind. Gently opening your eyes.